Hello everyone and welcome back to Endzone. Another drought is happening on day 64 where we are right now. We should not be worried about that too much since we have plenty of water, plenty of food, and basically just plenty of materials overall except the metal perhaps. And for the metal I would really like to change that. So as we can see, we are of course full with a lot of our recyclers, yet I'm going to build more of them. Why? Because if I change the cloth now that is full right now to metal, then at some point eventually we will run out of cloth, and I'd rather be capped on cloth than running out of it and have to check it again and again myself. So I'd rather build another recycler. Let's actually build two more recyclers. We do have a bit of space here still, so I can add another recycler next to the ammunition factory if I want, or we could just have let's just see, actually let's just have more recyclers here behind the other recycler that we have there, and then probably another one just here. The only thing I would need is another road, so like so, perfect. And that's basically it. Two more recyclers are coming up. Another thing that we can see already here is that radiation levels are rather rising again, and we have a perfect average health of settlers right now. Of course, I don't want to risk that once again, so we are going to once again have a big cleanup of the central area basically, which we unfortunately have to do manually from time to time. It's not a big deal as we can just basically well, as we can see, drag it over, but still it's a bit annoying from time to time. The cool thing is the irrigation plant here is automatically, you know, also washing away the radiation as long as we are using unpolluted water. That is pretty cool. This might actually be something to permanently destroy or permanently get rid of any kind of pollution for our other sectors of this city. So why not? We could have more irrigation plants. Of course, I would need to make some space here in the center itself to make this work, but it might be possible. Now, another thing is another trader has arrived. Let's just check what she's got. Not the very good stuff, so I will have to just decline this one. Once again, joints and stuff like that I really don't need. And also the expedition, it's the last expedition that we have here, by the way. So after that it's over. It's a doctor's office ruin once again. So here this time we can continue with the other rooms where we weren't able to actually continue in the last time that we were here, right? There we still have the distillery. Perhaps it's working. It's not working again. We can try it again. And how many times would I have to fail here? This time it was successful. A bit of liquor. And with that, I think we are completely done with all expeditions on this map. That was a bit, I gotta say, a bit disappointing this time, because I know there are some amazing expeditions out there. As we can see now on the map, there's nothing here anymore that we could scout. We didn't get a nuclear plant this time. We didn't get some ruins that were interesting or anything like that. This is totally random, and I can't, you know, I just basically can't decide, determine how exciting it's going to be. In this case, unfortunately not. We have the Endzone here. There were no survivors, no additional quests, which is also rather, disappointing. I can now mark this one for salvaging to get the 500 scraps out of that if we need that, but we still have other ruins that I would like to scrap first. For example, here the combined harvester and stuff like that. Now next day is Stony. Here we're going to say metal right away, so two of them are going right into this area. And yes, we do have, well, 3 knowledge points available. I decided not to go into the that I wanted to have, right, the refinery for the 3 knowledge points. I rather want to unlock prosperity tax soon, and we don't need the refinery really. So I only need 3 tax that I want to unlock, 5 tax. So let's have the first one. That would be over here, the immunity. So for the diseases that are always starting, let's actually go for this. We should have everything here, herbs and medicine. 100 medicine it wants from me. We have 444, so that is fine. The medical facility can provide. And with that, we do get one more tag then for our finally unlock basically the prosperity DLC. Meanwhile, another trader has arrived with plastics. Actually, we do need some plastic. We're rather low on that, and I do need it for some researching. So let's go ahead and give us some 68 plastics and hope that this one's working. Electronics, we have enough, so actually that's it. And we now need to decide what we want to give in return. As we can see, some medicine here might be okay. 100 of that perhaps. We do have lots of joints available, and they're actually quite worth it. So here, as we can see, that's it. And now we could barter this one and close the deal. And with that, we do get some lots, or hopefully lots of plastics then in. First of all, though, we need to get the medicine and the joints over there. For now, we don't have that, and I might add a few more logicians to that. Now, something else, we have researched the immunity. So in the forum, what I could do now is I can go the immunity here. The settlers' consumption of herbs and medicine increases by 200, is increased by 200%. This prevents the outbreak of new diseases. And yeah, well, nothing else is really needed other than lots of medicine that we should hopefully have. And with that, it's in effect now. Perfect. We have 55 children, by the way, so we're coming close to 300 people, or, well, population now that we have. Let's reduce the amount of builders. We don't need so many of them. I might add a few more to the militia there, so just in case there is an attack. And speaking about the militia and the watchtowers, they're filling up now here, as we can see, with metal bullets, right? So those watchtowers are becoming a threat then to any kind of attackers. We do have another one down here, and in the town center there as well, which is also filling up now with more bullets. We do need a lot of them, and the ammunition factory is already working there at full speed. Perfect. Very good. Also, the weather station has been researched. Something new that is happening there. That is the next tax. As we can see, we only need 3 more tax. The weather station we can build then in a second. There's another interesting tag over here, that is the sturdy house. So with this we can upgrade our cabins at the moment to sturdy houses, and the sturdy house provides living space for more settlers and is more resistant than the normal cabin. Let's go ahead and start this research there as well. And while we wait on that, by the way, we have 10 different kind of foods now, so the rich food is very much in effect here, and confidence level is high because of that. Let's go ahead and have the weather station. There it is. So the weather station regulates at which rain contamination level cultivated fields and rainwater collectors are covered. It additionally provides a rain contamination forecast for coming seasons. Can only be built once and needs oh my goodness, it's huge. Alrighty, where should we have this one? The weather station probably over here somewhere. This is one of the original buildings here, so the hunting lodge that we have, the gatherer cabin, and the forester lodge. I'm going to move them now. Unfortunately, we cannot move buildings per se, so I cannot just drag it over there. But I will need to destroy them and will need to build them again. So I'm just going to build... Wait a second. First of all, we do need a new road system, so that we have these dirt roads there behind the tailor workshop, and then we do have a bit of space here that I can use just perfectly fine for these new buildings then here. So that's the we have the forester, so that would be in this area, kind of like a bit further away then, right? Then the hunter that we still need, and the gatherer. The hunter we could actually place here, and then also the gatherer cabin right next to it. Very good. That's working for now, and we can then delete those here. By the way, I should have lots of people available there. Yep, let's assign some of them to builders, and they're going to do that. And here we have then lots of space for new buildings as well. We do need them. Housing is rather problematic, so while we wait on those buildings to finish, I'm going ahead and I'm going to assign a few more normal cabins that we want to build in this area here too. So another block of these cabins. Let's actually have a bit of space behind them, so we might add something then to that. And then I'm going to have my roads here. Perfect. And this marks kind of like the end of the city for now, and at least until these buildings are gone. And another housing that I would like to have here then is the shelter as well, just behind it once more. Right, so we do have a couple of these shelters then in this area. That's fine. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how the city looks in that area. And here, once we have the space, I'm going ahead with the weather forecast. Sturdy house has been researched. There it is. So we can now go ahead here. We don't need to remove these buildings, fortunately. We can now go ahead here, for example, this one, and we can upgrade that to a sturdy house. It looks a bit more sophisticated then. Yeah, and it does cost a few things. So let's upgrade this one. Going to take a while. I do have 8 builders. Let's actually make this one 12. We have plenty of constructions now working for us, and plastics is once again pretty low. It's insane. We do have a new trader. No plastic there, unfortunately. Let's get some coal. We don't need that really. Let's get some masks. Let's get some iodine tablets. This might actually be worth something. 100. Let's just see. Do you need some ammunition? Ammunition would be fine. Some scrap. But that's it. Rubber bullets. We do have rubber bullets? I didn't know that. No, we don't have any rubber bullets. Nor do we have any metal bullets either. So I don't have these things. I do have scrap, however, and I can use that for the iodine pills. Let's make this one. Why? Because iodine pills help tremendously with radiation, and we can definitely use that. There is some more radiation down here. Let's remove that. Some higher radiation. It's getting a bit more tricky with that, right? So these radiation levels. And another epidemic. How is this possible? Please, I just had the immunity system here working. Let's enact it once more. But very strange. Oh, and there's also the radar attack. I was expecting this one. No, it's not a radar attack, was it? It was a quest. We have a quest off the hook, but not off the rack. This one here. Plastic produced, radiation suit produced. We need to produce some more radiation suits, and we get a knowledge point out of that. Perfect. Definitely we are going to do this quest then for us. And over here, we're still capped on the cloth, it seems. Get rid of the radiation again, it's a bit messy. And yep, instead of cloth, let's go for plastic. We do need a bit more plastic. So actually, I'm changing one here for the better. Also, the sturdy house has been finished. There it is now. It's a bit taller than the other ones, and it's looking, yeah, well, sturdy, right? And those people are going to be a bit more happy. There's actually room for 10 inhabitants and not only 5 anymore. So I think there can be 2 families living in here. But I might be mistaken about that. Let's upgrade a few more of them. Also here in the town center for sure. Right, so this would make sense to me. Here in the town center, perfect. And yeah, we can also upgrade the town bus here, and that we should be doing. So let's also upgrade this one here to the town hall, making this a more sophisticated building than just a bus, really. Oh, and we are out of scraps. What's going on there? Scrap collector is working. We were full on scraps just a second ago. There we have everything working. I guess they all have, yep, scraps in their vicinity. I will probably need to build another one. Another scrapyard, just so that we have scraps. They're just way too important, so we always need to have them in store. Perfect, those buildings are finished, so I'm going to remove those buildings here now. We can also get rid of that road there. I don't think we're going to really need it. This one, right, can be deleted. The same goes for this one. And instead, up here at the end of this village, I would like to have my weather station. So I think we can just nicely squeeze it in here. Perfect. This would fit. And yep. How should we place it though? Like that, I think. A weather station. Oh, that's going to be quite expensive. And it's going to take quite some time before we can finish that. But then we have weather forecast. How great is that? And then we've also finished the quest. So Johannes had it. Fantastic. It was a brilliant idea of yours to allow us to try new techniques. And we do get another knowledge point, thus giving us 2 knowledge points already that we have now. I was just in the process of reassigning some of my workers there. The scrapyard here is finished. So let's assign 5 more to that. And I'm going ahead and I'm going to put this one probably here into this village there as well. And these we can also mark for salvaging now, right? The bar and the doctor's office that we had there. No longer do we need to go for these ruins. The rest is looking fine. Perhaps 2 more militia. We have 14 militia now. That should be some nice protection. And yep, let's have a look at the research once again. The advanced school looks rather good to me. An upgraded school fully educates children in all subjects. The educational training also occurs distinctly faster than at normal schools. Let's go ahead with this one. Only cost me 1. We only need 2 more tags, right? So the school it would be, and then 1 more. Probably the hemp weaving mill. This allows us to make cloth, or the warehouse to have more storage space. That might be something interesting there as well. And yeah, we are of course consuming a lot of scrap right now, and plastic and metal, because of all of these upgrades. As we can see, there's more sturdy houses now here in the center. The bus here still is being upgraded. That's going to take a while still though, because it's just a lot of resources overall. But I'm confident with the next scrapyard that we have now, we should be getting more scrap than ever. Oh, imminent raider attack. Deep alarming rumors have reached our ears. Apparently a force of raiders is assembling right near us, and it won't be long before they try to attack us. You ought to make sure your defenses can withstand any attack. Alright, nothing else that comes out of that. We do have another problem here with that drought. That is some water. I will also probably, since we are exploding their population-wise once again, have a second decree here, the birth control once again issued. So that's for now. No more children. We have still 60 that we need to provide for. About the water supply, I might be going ahead here. First of all, the water tower is irradiated. So it's worth it now to activate the filtration. So we do need some coal for this one. And to make the water clean again. Let's just check. There's no radiation close by though, but still, I don't know. It's radiated. That's all that matters for me. I'm going ahead with another rainwater collector since, well, they are quite useful. And we can have several of them close together. So let's have another one right next to the other one. And then we do have the wells. They do cost me some basic scrap. Yeah, I don't have that, but we still have plenty of space for more wells, right? I do have 2 more wells than here in this corner, and I can probably have another one over here at the end of my fields, right? And speaking about the fields, we have a bit of space here still left that is not being used. Food we have plenty of, but still, of course, it's always worth to push for the future there as well, to provide for the future. So let's have us another field in this area. Can we make this like so? No, we can't, unfortunately. And then we are going to have another bigger field here, right? So a few more fields. There we have some empty room now. I might just add some shrubs into that. They actually cost 10 wood each of them. They're really expensive. Some wind chime. Street lamp. Let's have a street lamp there. Let's have the wind chime. Right, just because they look like something. And then some bushes here. Not a whole lot of them. Just a few so that it does look like there's some bushes. And perhaps a porch. Alright, so that's that. Those fields here, yep, they need to be cultivated. So I would like to go ahead and have one with the tomatoes. And the other one is most likely going to be for wheat once again. So there's the wheat field. And you just need to have it like so. And some more workers are going to be assigned then to farmers. Right. So that's a bit more food coming in. And also, of course, a bit more water. Overall, that we definitely will need. Of course, once the drought is over, water will replenish, but I would really like to have a bit more in store. And now about the defenses, I think we will need some more watchtowers. I have 2 in place right now. I'm going to add another one up here then to those people here. They definitely should have some protection. Let's just see where we could add it. Probably like so, right next to the scrapyard. Righto. One more watchtower, and it's actually looking pretty good already, right? So we would have then 3 watchtowers protecting the village. There's the lake anyway, and then there might be some attacks coming up here where we have the fields. So I could have, I mean, I can afford it. I could have a watchtower here, or we just don't at this point. Let's just wait on that, to be honest. It should be fine. And you trader, do you have some scrap for me? No, it doesn't. Very heavily polluted water he would offer me. That's not really something I would like. Thanks for nothing. Problem really is that we have so many things that consume scrap right now. Also that... Oh, we're by the way totally out of water. No idea how this could happen so quickly. The drought for some reasons is not going away yet. We by the way have finished the weather station over here. So as we can see now, we have now the weather forecast here when there is polluted rain coming. We have some weakly contaminated rain. Then we have no rain. Then we have weakly contaminated, highly contaminated rain over here. Oh god. So the radiation levels are increasing now for the weather, for the rains, basically. And we can now set the rain contamination level at which the respective buildings are supposed to be covered to protect them. Rainwater collectors and the fields, right? So we can decide now how strongly they should be covered. Does it cost us anything? If I put it to high or medium? No idea. Let's put it to medium, both of them. Advanced schools have been researched. Perfect. And we have one more knowledge point. I could go for the next tech now. For the last one. But of course, it would cost us a lot of scrap. Everything costs scrap, really. There's nothing that doesn't cost it. Loitering ban. Prohibits settlers from boosting their confidence by visiting their homes or other buildings and as a result distracting them from work. Actually doesn't sound so bad. But... And it also doesn't cost me any scraps. But I would like to have the warehouse probably for additional resources, or the radio mast. Use the improved radio mast at our trading post. We can contact traders in a targeted manner that enables us to close the next trader who lands. Oh, to choose the next trader. This doesn't sound so bad. Let's go for that, even though it does cost me some scrap. It's the last tech that we need on our tech tree, and then we finally can finally go into the prosperity new tax that we will see. And of course there's also the radar attack that we need to prepare for, and the water problem. Stay tuned.